Hey, good morning. I'm Walker. This is Dance Walker Tarot. I can't sleep. It's like 4 in the morning. How are y'all doing? Okay. This will be quick. It's time to move on from that person that's causing you chaos and strife and pain and misery and suffering. You know who I'm talking about. That person. Okay, you're a very compassionate person and you have a lot of love for this person. Like an unconditional love. A support system that's it's tricky because you're dealing with someone who isn't the same person that they used to be at all. I'm not sure if did they maybe have a near-death experience? Hold on. Something changed in their personality. They went... Oh no, not Three of Swords twice. I feel like there might have been... This would be like this. Some actual brain damage or a near-death experience that shocked them, that changed the way they think, that changed their brain, even maybe their personality a lot. So it is tricky because you love this person. And you do have an unconditional love, like a childlike, pure love for this person, but it's not working because they're not the same person anymore. And they're trying to uphold this idea of like who they used to be or who they're supposed to be to you. And it's not really working for them either. And it's become more of a burden than you can bear, emotionally and physically. It's like your life is going in a circle, or it's the same fight over again, or you're just not getting anywhere with your career. And like your life outside of this relationship. And if you're a mother or a teacher or someone who guides others and nurtures others, it's like this person is jealous of any attention that you give anyone that isn't for them. I don't know. I'm just getting this, like the idea of a soldier going off to war, or not even just deployment, and coming back like 2 years later, a completely different person, with PTSD, like almost shell-shocked. And not being able to readjust to society, or it even could be like prison. And so, like, you were this person's love and happiness at one time, and they wanted you and they chose you. But sometimes when people get into accidents or they get literal brain damage, it does change them, and it can create kind of a monster. Like they don't know how to relate to the people in their life anymore, or they become violent. Okay, so if it almost feels like something else took over and it's not your person anymore, and they're not the same person anymore, I really think you're right. I think they're not the same person anymore. And I think that you need to kind of save yourself here. The advice: time to move away out of that storm. And if you started to take the steps to do that, congratulations. This is not hard because it's so complicated. It isn't as easy as, oh, they went out and cheated, or like it was this thing. It was a lot of little things, and then it turned into you starting to be afraid of them. It's like this, they were once your dream girl or once your dream guy, and now they have become like your nightmare, like a living nightmare. And you can't sleep. And nothing's okay. And they're not okay either. It's not like they're happy and you're miserable. It's not okay for anyone. And if you have kids, guess what? That means it's not okay for the kids either. Definitely don't do we're going to stay together for the kids, because it's kind of not their father anymore or their mother. And so this it's just kind of saying like this broken heart is going to repeat itself if you don't separate yourself right now. What not to do is worry about the financial side of it. Oh, well, I can't leave because of this. No, it's like you will lose everything anyway if you try to stay with this person because they're not okay. And they're not going to let you help them because they don't really recognize you as their dream girl or their dream guy anymore. They recognize you as some kind of antagonist in their life that's keeping them from doing whatever they wanted to do. I don't know what happened to them, but it like shell shocked them into like narcissism or something. This PTSD has really changed them, and you can never expect them again to ever be the same person that they were. That's kind of that harsh truth that you needed to hear, or that you know and that you need to understand, so you can do the right thing for yourself, what's fair for you, which is to be in a relationship where you are nurtured and, you know, you give as much as you get, and it's fair and it's balanced. And if it's a situation where they are in prison or they are out on deployment and you're waiting for them maybe to come back to get some sort of closure, it's telling you not to do that. You know, you need to be the mother before you need to be the devoted wife, okay? And so if this person, you know, say you do wait this out, you might miss an opportunity for a new job. So if you get an opportunity for a new job, but it means moving away from this person, that's your opportunity. Take that opportunity. Be cordial. You know, if they are around, don't fight. But this person really can't think past their own wants and needs right now. And probably, maybe for some time, for the rest of their life. It's something that really, really hurts. It's really, really hard to accept. But accepting that's going to help you move on. It's going to help you make that decision so that you can walk through that door. Because they're just kind of keeping up appearances right now. And I think so are you a little bit. There's love there, but you're not being loved. You're loving, but you're not being loved. Okay, that's a problem. I'm going to pull a couple more cards on what this person's going through to get a little bit more clarity, okay? This is rough. Can I get a little clarity on what they went through, maybe? I mean, does it... Oh, wow. Huh. See, that makes it even more complicated. Oh, God, let me walk away for a sec. Oh, okay. Whew. Okay. Sorry. This is devastating. This is heartbreaking because, you know, life is not the movies. You don't go, you know, to war and give up everything that matters in the world to you, to, you know, to fight for your country and stand up for what's right. And then you come home and there's a parade and everyone's happy and you live happily ever after. That's not how war works. It's like this person was a hero. They really did. They're like a gladiator or of some sort, or like a firefighter, who maybe went into a burning building and saved like 10 people and a cat and a dog and 3 babies. But they ended up succumbing to injuries and they were never the same. Something like that. It makes it just that much harder to leave. But if there's abuse here, and I think that they have been neglecting you for some time now. Neglecting your needs. Emotionally and then some. Maybe they used to be a really great provider. But you're not going to worry about the money, remember? You're going to protect your heart. You're going to protect your children. You're going to make sure that you are living in a safe environment where you feel comforted and honored and seen and understood. It's so hard because I think for some of you, you lost your best friend. And your best friend just happened to be like a beloved hero or somebody that a lot of other people look up to or rely on. And so this person kind of did give up everything for all the right reasons. And it seems cruel to abandon them, but it's not that. It's that this person, even though they were changed, they weren't necessarily being honest with who they are now and how they feel about you and what they really want. They're still clinging on to this relationship because it is a connection to who they used to be. And who they used to be is disappearing faster and faster every day. But you can't do this alone. This isn't something you can fix. You can't fix this. And you can't make this person happy. I'm so sorry. That's the harsh truth. That's the 4 a.m. difficult, like life is not a movie. Life is beautiful and wonderful, but also tragic. And I think you do have a happy ending. And maybe even they have a happy ending. But it's not with you, and you are not ever going to get what you need in a romantic relationship from this person. And I think you accepted that a long time ago. This is in the past. You made peace with it. You accepted it. You were mature and graceful, and you tried to create a cozy place for them to land when they came back. But when they came back, it was just, they're still in gladiator mode. And they're a hammer and everything they see is a nail. And it became dangerous. And so you had to make a plan. And you decided to stay because of everything, in spite of everything. And that resulted in you just being squashed down into this, where you can't make up your mind. Your art is suffering. Your finances is suffering, and your children are suffering, if you do have children. And this person's intuition, deep down inside, they know that they can't keep up the facade forever. So they know it won't be a shocker to them. And in a way, it might be a bit of a relief for them in a way that they don't quite understand or couldn't ever explain. Okay, so let me pull some cards for how exactly, what not to do here. Besides worry about the money and stay for that. Or worry about their well-being and stay for that, ignoring your own. Okay. This person is in self-destructive mode. And they're insisting on it right now. And anyone that gets in their way can get these hands right now. Do you understand? Whether it's you or their mama or their daddy or anyone, their own baby. I'm just hearing like when you touch the darkness touches you back. So it could be this person was like a homicide detective. Or they deal with just the dark, gnarly, dirty parts of society that most people don't have to see and don't have to look at. Maybe they're police. And we don't have to think about, we see a crazy guy on the street taking his clothes off and waving a sword around, we can drive away. There are some people that's their job to deal with that, But you don't come out unscathed. He who fights monsters. Right? He who fights monsters needs to take care that he does not become the monster. Okay. Your advice. Sell, sell, sell. If you're worried about money, you just start gathering up what you can sell. What resources do you have? How resourceful can you be to pop yourself out of this misery and this pain and this sadness? 5 of Cups in reverse. With the Butcher, you're going to have to be a little bit tougher and a little more cruel than you feel you're able to be right now. Cruel in that you take the steps to move away from the storm, the violence, the pain, and the abuse. Okay, this person's kind of a piranha right now. They're a shark, and they're in swimming with the sharks mode. You can't make them happy. You can't keep up, and you can't really relate to them. Watch out for emotional eating right now as well. That could be a minor warning. But this is grief. This is loss. This is despair. There's no denying that. And there's no pretending like this is going to be easy, but what not to do is burn the bridges with them either. If you can keep it cordial, so no fighting, know when they have their highs and their lows, if they've taken up a drug addiction or something, know when to be there, know when not to be there. Know that they're going to be intimidating and domineering and intolerant. In this person's head, they had to make it me against the world to get through whatever it is that they made it through. And they're still there. And in your head, you're like, no, it's us against the world. But that's not where they are mentally. It's them themselves against everyone else in the world, including you and your family and their children. So don't burn bridges with their family if you are close with maybe their parents or their family. Stay in contact with them. Stay in communication with them. Be really compassionate with everyone in their life that does understand the situation, but not compassionate towards like their new friends or the new group or their new circle of like druggy friends. Or so you don't need to have any compassion or patience for that. Your compassion and patience for that is in the past. You did that. You tried that. It didn't work. Right? So no trying to meet them halfway there, but absolutely do have compassion and stay in contact and know that you kind of have an ally and at least one person in their family, and they will help you out of this situation. And maybe you never thought they would. Maybe you thought they would choose the other side. But I think this person sees more than they say. I think everyone has kind of seen everything go down, and they will have your back. And as compassionate as you have been for everyone else is as compassionate as everyone else will be for you, to help you move forward, to bring you support, to give you advice, to give you a place to stay, to offer you a new job. So if there is an offer of a new job, take it. That might just be the key here. Even if you're not ready emotionally to walk through that door, it's time to take the steps to do it anyway. This person's just kind of chipping away at anything that is safe or makes sense in their life, because nothing in their head makes sense in their life anymore. And it's going to take you walking away to say out loud, maybe for the first time, you are not the person that you used to be. You are not the person I fell in love with. I don't even know who you are anymore. And I need to move away for my safety, for my sanity. And that will trigger them to really look in the mirror and say, yeah, I am not that person anymore. They pass by these pictures on the wall of them, of who they used to be, and they don't even relate to that anymore. And it's almost like you moving away to say, no more. That will trigger them, maybe first a downward spiral, but then they will wake up and they will move on with their life, accepting who they are now after this traumatic experience or this PTSD or just literally getting so hurt that they never recovered. But it's time for you to start focusing on your own nurturing, compassion for yourself. And that means, even though it hurts more than anything else in the world, even if they never deserved this ending and you never deserved this ending, you don't deserve abuse in any way, shape, or form, and you never signed up for that. And their higher self, who seems to be kind of stuck between worlds right now, doesn't want that for you either. They want you to move away too. So think about it that way, okay? But you're being crushed under this situation, and it's only going to get harder. It'll never be what it was, and they will never be who they are. And it's not their fault. That's what makes it hard, and it's not your fault. And that's why it's hard to accept that the love of your life is the one that is hurting you. The loneliness and the betrayal and the heartbreak will make way to a new life. But you have to walk away. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I hope this resonated for someone. It's no easy thing. Life isn't like a movie. It's hard and then it gets harder, and sometimes we have moments of pure beauty and bliss and then it gets harder, you know? But the worst is over the second you walk through that door, okay? Choose freedom. Choose peace. And it'll choose you right back. Take that opportunity for a new job. Apply for something maybe you never even thought you would get. But your compassion now needs to be for yourself. And if you have children, your children. No more abuse. No more pain. That cycle is over. Just one more decision. And you achieve success in something that feels like loss. There's this song where she says, if I'm gonna lose you, there's nothing to do but lose. But you'll be surprised what opens up for you. But there's no point in pretending like this will be easy. Or this won't hurt. But just remember, it's for their best good too. Okay, I'm going to let you go. I'm Walker. This is Dance Walker Tarot. And I'll see you for the next one. Bye-bye.